Thank you so much, Sumi. You know, Aoi, she's just been like such this, beacon and ray of positivity that we've got going. And then we come into this game and we just got like these dark, stormy clouds over our heads that's going on as we hover over the Dubu Chad
That's a
ping
good
down.
spray.
Wow. That is
It really
horrific.
looks like Dubu.
That is really bad. You know, the bush being under it and then like making it look all weird and distorted too. Yeah, that's not great. Can we look at anything else? Literally anything else, Pop Tart. Oh my god, just take us away. Go somewhere else. There you go. Go to Roche. Check out Roche. Yeah. So there it is. Perfect. It's still there. Don't worry, anybody. He's not going anywhere. So Owie, it's the Venomancer. That's the one that feels weird to me. Is Brax gonna have a game?
I mean, Wyvern's sort of a weak 5, and it does look like. I mean, I like that Undying aren't going aggro. They had the option to shut down the Axe, but I think they correctly identified that the hero they really need to shut down this game is a Venomancer. I think, like, the problem here is like the 5s on both sides are not that good at zoning. So Saber like gets a good start, move me out of pose on wave. They could actually end up tri-laning bottom with Nyx Assassin, Wood Wyvern, and Juggernaut, and Venomancer will literally have to go jungle. There's no counterplay to it. It's not that slow to jungle, but you won't feel good doing it. Right? I'm really concerned about like it's not like I think 4Zoomers can't win this game, but I would way prefer to play Undying's draft.
Okay. Well, and I think that's a completely fair statement. There's some
wait,
other
wait, you see Bryle?
possibilities. Yeah.
He just took Meld at level 1 and melded Gunner twice in the middle lane.
Amazing. Look at him. He doesn't know what to do. Can't handle it. He's mentally breaking. The melds are entering his head. Never mind. He got lasted. He's back out of it. All right. He's fine.
And Gunner, you know, he did have a read on the matchup. I mean, Gunner, he was known for his Ember Sphere, right? This is his hero.
Right.
So he started with the Ring of Protection, and I think that might make a big difference because the other times I saw this matchup, like the Embers were not prepared to get meld struck at level 1 or 2.
Well, and yeah, I think definitely the type of player that goes out and watches a lot of those other matches probably keeps an eye on the other players playing it. And you know, you talked about Carl playing the TA. He's also really well known for his Ember Spirit as well. So, you know, just having that better understanding of the matchups and watching other people's from other regions as well playing it. But
yeah, mid lane is so knowledge specific. I remember there's this one like Summit or something where CCNC is talking about how he beat Abed's Meepo mid or something.
Right.
His Meepo versus TA, and he was like, in this game, when you could use a glyph early, he's like, I managed to glyph his poof, and I owned him that game, but the first game I didn't glyph his poof and he got 2 CS and the lane was over or something.
Right.
And it's like mid is so snowbally and knowledge based like this. Like if you don't know something's happening, like if Ember doesn't have this ring of protection, I think this lane might be over right now. He would have taken like another like significant amount of damage because TA would have just manned up on him once he was melted. But instead, you know, we have a game of Dota in this mid lane.
That's true.
Gunner's actually doing very well in the CS.
Always love to see a game of Dota if we can get them, and not just the stomps that were happening for a little bit there. But you can see Husky making that rotation over as well and stole the water rune. Bryle gonna have to just make do with his regular bottle. As Gunner's gonna refill it back up and they head back over the other direction. So we did see for a while also that like combination of the Keeper of the Light paired together with the Ember Spirit, where you're just going for like max amounts of just slight spam and everything else that comes out. I'm curious if there's anything else that Husky's going to look for. I remember you playing a lot of Coddle back in the day as well. One of the best stacking heroes in the game is also.
Yeah, for sure. I think you're pretty much right with your assessment. They just sort of want to combo the Coddle with the Ember. This used to be some epic combo, like first. Ooh, Husky with the triple stacks here.
Yes.
Ooh, that's beast. Just kidding.
He
messed up. He got 2 of them.
Terrible.
But the idea is there.
Reported.
Honestly, that's mid lane. Nice rotation.
Jace. A chance. Open. Bryle underneath the tower. Is it going to be enough with the body blocks? Oh no, they're turning. They're turning Gunner. Ooh, gotta be careful. All right, so they bring more heroes mid on Undying. Is there any chance for like a punish because of that? We'll have to keep our eyes on these sidelines to see if they get anything out of it, but don't manage to quite find that kill onto Bryle.
That was so close. Honestly, like, Gunner barely didn't have his Flame Guard up there. That would have been a kill, and it would have been the huge momentum swing that I think I mean, it's not like 4Zoomers are behind, but like if you're down 2-0, you need something to get going, right? It's not what this game is, with like the overall series, I think.
Absolutely. Although you do kind of have to treat it one game at a time, don't you?
For sure,
Like, try
for
and just
sure.
put the other ones out of your head if possible.
Oh, something, I've never seen this matchup, like Doom offlane versus Carry Axe, but I think eventually we might see an Egg and Scepter coming out from Doombringer. And if you break counter helix, like what is Carry Axe?
Yeah, not very good. Can't even Manta. I mean, it might even be better just... Yeah, I think that's a pretty solid target to Doom. I mean, who else do you want to Doom in this game? Like, Ember's going to be so hard to catch.
I mean, if you can Doom Ember, or you can Doom Venno before he gets his ultimate off, it's always good.
Right.
The thing about Dota is, like, having more options makes it easier to play the game. Oh,
Totally.
bottom lane. Tomato's actually getting quite pressured in this bottom lane. I mean, he's farming really well. He's up 10 CS, but Venno does have... Oh, nice. Sniping his healing ward with Plague Ward. That's a big play. Having more options just makes it easier to play. Like, that's why Wraith King's pick versus Doom. It's not like he can't just Doom your mid or something, but you'd rather him not... him have to choose.
Moon, back towards mid. Gunner in some trouble, and Turns gets the first blood. Dies afterwards, but managed to make something out of nothing there. Not bad.
I mean, that's big. And he really needed that, because just look at the CS and
Cracks.
EXP on this lane.
Ooh. Yeah, they're definitely a bit of a lead there coming out from Bryle right now.
And
Not
this
what
is
you normally
this is a
expect.
counter pick, right? This is
Yeah.
a problem. Like, he picked Ember into TA. It's not like losing a normal matchup where, like, okay, I counterpicked you, you're supposed to lose this matchup. By picking it in that slot, Ember was saying he was gonna either win this matchup or have enough impact in the game to justify picking it there.
Right. Well, and maybe, you know, it's not just the lane situation as well. There's something to be said definitely for later on being able to just burn through a fraction, get on top of that TA. So
Sure.
I'll see if how he ends up doing with it. I'm more surprised that it's like that this Venomancer's been able to make a pretty good time for himself down here bottom.
I mean,
Obviously more CS for the Jug, but Veno's doing pretty good on Brax.
considering the lane he's against, I tend to agree, but like, he is still down 700 gold in the matchup.
Right.
And it's like, it's not one of those lanes where you feel like, okay, I've hit level 3 wards, I'll kick him out. Tomato very smartly has gone for 2 in healing ward, and he's literally just going to hit the wards and kill them, because Juggernaut has 1.5 BAT and he has phase boost. He just hits the wards.
Yeah. Let's see if Brax can get some of those denies in there. Moon scouting out these stacks that are now being taken. Sammy getting it, and Moon soaking the XP. This is what you want to see. Does he go for a stun to try and steal some? No vision in the area, so he will be kicked out of that area for the moment, while Ocean and Gunner, again, the same rotation as Brax dies down bottom. They try and make something happen here. They're going to find Moon, roll in, have him caught there. Spike Carapace comes out, stun afterwards. Saberlight making the big rotation. He has Doom ready, drops it now onto Gunner. The save coming onto Moon. Oh no! Undying make the huge play and punish Gunner hard.
And that's at the same time, you're fighting over there. You're like, okay, we're making space in this area for, our offline to pressure their carry. But instead, it's Tomato who's solo killing Brax because it's Juggernaut versus Venomancer, and you're always terrified. And he didn't even use Omni Slash, so there's still fear for Brax in this bottom lane. It's looking a little bit like another outdraft, boys. Like another outdraft. But we'll see. Like, maybe there's some timing I'm not understanding with this Ember call. It's a very powerful call.
Oh god. Oh no, Gunner. Remnant's back. He's gonna be fine. So he will be able to pop that regen, force some rotations, and then get back to it. So yeah, it's gonna be a tough one. It's already floating between that 1 and 2k gold lead as Ocean is gonna run into Moon again. And yeah, you can see Sammy's first ever game on Axe, at least in professional matches. 9 different heroes so far in the qualifier. A very, he's a big hero pool. But I don't know. We'll have to keep our eyes on it and see how he does. Going for that Manta first has so often been the strategy.
Yeah, I do feel maybe it's best to not think about the last game, actually, and just focus on this. Because, it's 4Zoomers, they're still in this. Ember's rotating bottom lane. They do have these level 4 Venom wards, which means they are making the right decision. Your hero has a timing, let's go fight around him. Bring all our resources, we're a bit behind, but if we make good plays, we can still win this game.
Gunner runs into Moon. Tomato going for that spin TP away. So they will find Moon. Can they get the kill, though? The slowdown is there. The chase, the finish.
Oh, and that's a very important kill here. Tomato makes a really good play. He spin TPs, but instead of going to Fountain, he goes to top tower. He can match the pressure. I think we should see 4Zoomers look to defend top and take bottom, but I don't know if they took the Doom timer. Like, Doom's only 15 seconds. Ideally, it would be Gunner just TPing up there and sort of running down the lane, sort of CC&C style with Flame Guard, but instead he has to TP mid, because again, like, the mid lane went so well for TA. She's actually a pressure hero now, but she's a beast right now. Dragon
Well, she got the DD too, so that makes it like all the much more terrifying to actually be there. So they're gonna keep Brax bottom. He takes that tower, and in the meantime, Tomato is also gonna get top. So they're trading 1 for 1, and like you said, it would be great if they could have kept that one alive, but won't be the case at least for now. But it does at least open up a little bit more room here. And Brax, I mean, this is for a while what we saw out of Venomancer, right? You just be annoying, you sit down bottom, you have a ward there maybe. If they come and gank you, it's like, whatever, I'm a Veno anyways, bro. Why are you coming after me?
True.
So we'll see.
And you're exactly right. I think we'll see Brax kill this wave, maybe think about rotating to the mid and sort of forming a wall there. If he does that, like, it'd be pretty good for them. It's not like TA really wants to sit versus the Veno wards, and it's like Doom can't do it either. So, you know, there's some... If you can force map control like that, I can see some really good plays opening up on the 4Zoomer side. Right. Something that 4Zoomers have been doing really well is getting these stacks up for Sammy Boy. He didn't have the best of lanes, but he's actually the same net worth as his very fat TA. He's having a great game now.
This is a big opportunity here as well. It seems like it's going to be so impossibly hard to go onto Tomato, though. This is such a free jug game, and he spots the courier going by. Ocean is there. They're going on bottom, though. Also, Brax, I mean, they go for the gank, and they're going to kill him. And the unfortunate part is I don't think they get a return kill on the other side. Tomato's out. Spin TP is so good this game.
It is. It's only the carry axe that can cancel it, and as we saw in last game, like, with how Tomato played, I think that's how you sort of want to play the carry axe. You're just farming. You don't want to come into these moves that much.
Right.
And the most unfortunate part about the bottom play is they didn't even have to use the Doom. Right. So Undying are up 3k gold, but they still have all their timings, which means it's hard for 4Zoomers to make an aggressive play here. We can see Earth Spirit.
They see Ocean, and they also spot Moon, so able to force them back. That creates a little bit of extra room here now. Sammy did stack up these camps a little bit. It looks like they're going to be taken by Brax, or maybe they're going to battle over them as Gunner in the mid lane trying to keep it pressured on out. And keep it fine and dandy. But yeah, what are we now? 3,000 gold lead. It just keeps on growing for Undying. The game is looking really rough.
The thing is, normally you can say stuff like, oh, the Doom has a Midas and level 4 Devoured. This is sort of fake gold. That was really close to dying. Dubu wanted to curse him there into the Doom. Right. But if you look at the experience graph, they're also around 4 to 5,000 experience ahead. That's not what you want for the 4Zoomer side. I'm going to say a lot of it is on the fact that TA's level 12 and Gunner's level 8.
Well, Husky, he's level 6, and he is super dead. They kill him off in an instant, and that's just what's going to happen. Ocean is back over here, trying to soak up XP as he's hanging around this area. And Zoomers, every minute that goes by, it feels like they're falling further and further behind. Gunner tries to get out of there, has the Remnant, the chase, the right click, that might be enough. Oh man, the bottle keeps Gunner alive. But scary, scary times right now for the 4Zoomers. Again, their life left in this round of the DPC and their attempt to try and go to TI. It all depends upon this game. And right now they are behind. What's sort of the comeback play for them as far as like what they're wanting to make moves? Is it controlling the map, or is it like trying to make a smoke gank? Because it feels like they have some heroes that can do stuff. I don't know. What do you think?
I think they have to take a fight on side lane Dota, where Winter Raven, like if they fight and try to go on this TA, Winter Raven is just going to reset the fight with Winter's Curse, and it's going to be really hard. They need to find someone on the side lane alone, and so just bring a lot of heroes and kill them. The problem is that all their damage is sort of slow damage. Like it's like sort of a stupid term, but we actually use it. We used it a lot on back when I played with Moon Meander and Brile, like slow and fast damage, you want burst in order to like kill heroes fast. Otherwise, the enemy team will react to you, right? Oh, Moon Meander mid lane. This is what they need on 4Zoomers.
Good call, but afterwards, able to get it. There's the Cold Embrace, trying to bring down one. Do they have anything else left in the tank? There's the Winter's Curse. They are in some trouble in the Doom on Ocean, so they don't even have that fight for afterwards. Can they kill Moon, though? Drops down low. Sammy, he gets the dunk, and actually they're keeping Ocean alive, and now for a chance, they have a reinitiation. Saberlight kicks him back into the ulti. They gotta save a stun just to make sure he doesn't go, but oh, that's a nice play. Purges off the Magnetize. Still though, can't purge off all the rest of that shenanigans as the slow and steady beatdown continues. They get the roll, they get the kill. Much needed.
So honestly, my play I talked about was utter trash. If you try to play sideline Dota at 12 minutes into the game, it will not work. You will instantly lose. 4Zoomers with the better call, they fortify the only position on the map they can hold. I mean, they still lose mid tower in that play, but that was really important for them. Especially in the experience department. They fortify, they bring all their heroes to this fight, even this carry axe, and it leads into like 2 really big kills. They killed a top network Doombringer, which is hugely important. I did want to mention, I do really like Saberlight's build here. I feel like a lot of Dooms stop thinking about their builds and just go for like phase boots minus BKB. Oh, Brow denies a rune there. Very sneaky and nice there.
Good.
But instead, he's recognized that 4Zoomers are behind, so they don't have enough damage. If he just builds pipe with this healing word, we saw that in the last fight, like it's so hard to kill Moon Meander, this stupid 4-position Nyx bug, just because the healing word's on him. If you combine that with the pipe, they're just going to run out of damage. This will let you take any fight you want, let you take Roshan, etc. The one downside to this build, though, is that if something bad happens where they get enough... Oh, Sammy Boy's just alone here.
That's not where he wants to be. Manta down, tanking through a lot of this damage. Well, something went wrong, Owie, but it wasn't what you were anticipating. It was bad for the Zoomers instead.
I swear that happens like once a game, this series, where I feel like Sammy Boy, he's just a bit out of position, trying to maximize a bit too hard. It's what I was saying, if something goes wrong for Undying, and you build items like Pipe that don't scale in the same way... 1 second.
Gunner. Another Winter's Curse.
Doom?
They got him in on range and got him caught. Now the slowdown, the purge is there, the roll afterwards. Is this the fight that they need? Can they survive the Doom? Tomato's on top of him. It's not going to happen. Dead. Brile on a killing spree. That one, I think that was a Psyblade hit, wasn't it? I don't know. It was sick. But regardless, Undying right into the pit. You know, Al, you keep on talking about how Pipe, it's not going to scale good if they lose a fight or something, but they keep winning fights.
Yeah, I mean,
Pipe's pretty good.
I think it's the right item choice. And I think it's the highest win percentage. It's just like, if you do some catastrophic mess up, where you feed 5 kills and suddenly they do have damage to punch through the pipe, it can often end up feeling worse than BKB.
Right.
It's just like, this is the right item choice. I think it's it closes the window for 4Zoomers, but it is high execution. You can't go snowball items and like not snowball the game. But Undying, you know, they've gotten consecutive pickoffs on cores. They've taken Roshan. It looks to be like another very clean game coming out of them.
Right. And this is what we've talked about as like some of the best parts of this Undying team is that they don't throw these games when they end up pulling out to a little bit of a lead. They're consistent in that. And it's just kind of been this bugbear constantly in the side of 4Zoomers where they do well against pretty much everybody else in the region. And, you know, even occasionally against some of the better teams, they start to look pretty solid, but they haven't been able to, at least in the DPC, it feels like, take down Undying. You know, some of those other tournaments they've been able to, it's sort of been a little bit back and forth in that regard, but in these big matches, it's been rough. And so far, staring down the barrel of a 3-0 with Undying on the verge of making it to TI, being the third team to come in from this region would be absolutely huge for them. And I mean, we've talked so much about what this would mean for all these different players, but all of them either trying to revitalize careers or just, you know, establish it again.
For sure. And Knoxville, our statsman, actually mentioned that Brow picked up that kill onto Ember Spirit by hitting him and sideblading him through the Venom ward.
Right.
This is
I didn't
something I
even know that
saw.
was possible.
Yeah, I think it was GPK on TA against T1 maybe. I can't remember. I can't remember who did this. But someone at ESL1, he hit like 3 Venom wards and almost like wiped the enemy team because Venom wards have 0 armor.
Right.
So if you hit it with Desolator, they get like negative 33% or whatever it is, and then that's translated as pure damage through the side blades. So you're effectively critting for 1.3x your damage as pure damage, which is insane.
Yeah. Well, so what you're telling me right now is that the counters to the TA of the Veno and the Ember are not working out too well as they get a blinding light pushback. Brax pops the ulti. Gonna try and chase forward, roll in. Ocean, they're right on top. Oh, the side blades. Oh, the side blades. Gotta be careful, buddies. Brax down so low, but will be able to go for a counterplay if they want to. That Veno ulti is starting to hurt on him. But in the end, it won't end up mattering. Then the whole time, Tomato's just got a completely free game. This Jug has gotten everything that he wanted.
For sure. And I will say, Sammy Boy, again, similar to the Faceless Void game, he is farming extremely well. He had that one pickoff, but I'll give him a pass on that because he came to that very fight mid as well, you know? You gotta support your carry players. Oh, Ocean bottom though.
Yeah, trying to trail it all in together pretty effectively. Jump in, good call. Ocean living, but the cold embrace afterwards. And he ends up dying after the fact. Do they have enough to kill any of them? No, Omni Slash comes out. And now the chase down, Sammy in trouble, goes for the call. Oh, a turn though. A turn onto them all. They got 2. Can they kill Tomato afterwards? Kills off that healing ward. He's out of mana. Dubu is there for the save, but they got a little bit too cavalier with their move. Now the call, trying to take him down. Sammy goes for the TP out, but the stun. They came in time with Moon, able to make that kill happen. The Heaven's Halberd to disarm Bryle. It was 2 buybacks for that one. And Undying maybe starting to feel the, like they had already won it. A little bit too fresh and cool with the move.
Yeah, that ended up being a fight under the dire vision. 4Zoomers seizing the opportunity really well there. Sambo, he's just really farmed, you know. He has Blink, Manta, Vanguard, and he's gonna have the shard he's gonna have more than enough gold to get the shard at 20 minutes when it spawns. I mean, 4Zoomers showing some life in this series for sure, and Sambo, he channeled his inner Tomato there with his nice 3-man call.
Right.
And showed him what's up.
Listen, I'm going to say this. If some way, if there is a reverse sweep that happens in this series, that moment right there was the moment that started it all.
For sure.
I don't know if that's going to happen. I don't know if that's going to happen because it's still looking a little bit rough, but it's only a 5,000 gold lead. We've seen bigger comebacks before in the history of Dota.
Yeah, I think, didn't we see like a 30k gold lead?
Yeah, we saw an NB game.
In C, right? No, it was like 31k gold in C in these qualifiers where they had a comeback or something ridiculous like that. And they can definitely do this. I mean, the thing about Axe this game is you can see after his Aghanim start, he actually has a Blade Mill queued up.
Right.
People don't expect this. Like, Tomato hasn't gone for SMY to play against a Blade. Oh, mid lane.
Big jump in. Winner's Curse. Oh, no Doom available. Gunner. Sleight of Fist dead.
That's a big kill. He has no buyback. That's a 60 seconds without a support on the map.
And now they find themselves another route there onto Bryle. Zoomers not giving up. They're staying in this one. They have a very farmed TA still. Top net worth in the game, but right there alongside her is this Axe. Sammy with Blink done, ready to go with this shard. Also gets an illusion rune now. There could be a chance here for them to make something happen. The last couple of minutes have looked good for Zoomers.
For sure, they're really bringing themselves back into this. And keep in mind, this is when Undying had an Aegis.
Right.
Like, Zoomers are not even taking these fights. They're sort of manipulating Bryle around the map, so he's not farming how he wants and fighting with his Aegis freely. Oh, Blink onto mid though.
Looking for it. Doom is out, but he's rolling away. Trying to keep him alive, looking for a kick, looking for anything to keep him survivable on Gunner, but it's going to be enough to burn him down, and he's going to have to get denied. So Ocean takes him down. There's a ping there. Maybe they thought they could have gotten him to the tower for the extra regen, but there's no extra save. So at least it's a deny there onto Gunner. And Doom down.
Look at this. Smoke up. They're down at Ember, but they see a timing.
Jump forward,
No
call.
Aegis.
They catch Ryle, trying to blow him up. That's as the Aegis expired. Oh, what a timing. Can they kill him off in time? Is it gonna be enough? Down silenced? No, but tearing him in. Sammy in some trouble, trying to turn, hoping to find something, but it won't be enough. Ryle drops down low, but won't die. The cold embrace is there. The Sammy illusions just trying to hit him, but it won't be enough. God, that was close.
And you know what probably saved Ryo there? It was the pipe aura. Right. Because he was so close to death there. That was a beast play coming out from 4Zoomers. You're down your mid, but you're still ready to fight. Oh, they're still going though.
Trying to make a round 2 of this one. Gunnar doing some good damage. The Chakram, he has another slight back up in a second. Looking for that chase down. Connects again. Chakra magic back up again in a moment. Can they go for the chase? They've got him. Axe back up in 8 seconds now. They're not going to go for any more. Undying respecting the potential damage here. I mean, we are starting to see some things come together a little bit for Zoomers. And when this Doom is on cooldown, they have a lot of power.
Yeah, I will say, like, of all the heroes in Dota, I think my read on Axe carry is probably the worst of any hero. Because it's such a weird concept, you know? This offlaner with the shard becoming a carry. Right. We saw it at the Animator, we saw it at ESL1, and a lot in the C qualifiers actually, but it hasn't looked good in NA until these like pass-fail tomato games. And honestly, Sammy Boy is making it look very, very good this game.
Ryle in the mid lane could look for another jump here. Axe gets the call. They go for round 2. Wyvern, big jump in. They find him on the back line with Gunnar now. Stun afterwards. They haven't done all that much. Big stomp afterwards with the Omni slash down on top of both, but they got torn apart. Oh, that was a ton of damage out from Sammy. He will fall, but they took down 3 with those illusions. Dude, those spins are no joke. That was wild.
What just happened?
They did a lot of damage, Howie. That's what they did. Another round here. Tomato thinking about going for a spin in. Yeah, they get the courier. Has fight still not quite done. I want to look at what the damage numbers were on that because that looked insane.
Wait, so there's a Winter's Curse that set up everything, right?
Yeah.
And then they're set up for a Nyx Impale and a War Stomp there, right? Onto like 2 key heroes. And then they're all stunned, and then 3 heroes on Undying died.
Exactly. I think you got about the gist of it.
I was talking about my read on Axe. I don't understand this hero at all. I have like 40,000 hours in Dota. I have no idea how this hero functions.
So like, he did in that same amount of time with just popping Manta and getting the call off about 3,600 damage. And obviously Ember did a ton as well.
So was it like they cursed the Axe or the illusion and then he's hit? No, it's after curse.
No,
so
I guess what happened was he got the Manta off basically.
He was manted when he went on TA. They cursed him. Okay. The illusions don't spin when they hit an ally, I believe. I'm not too sure on that. But I think when they stunned the Axe, they didn't stun the illusions, and the illusions have beasted it up, right?
Okay.
It just spun every hit or something. RNGesus wants 4Zoomers to have a nice reverse 3-2 sweep, but we'll see about what happens here.
Good stun. Great stun. Catches onto both. Saberlight afterwards. They find Ocean. He's in some trouble. Buyback immediately from Coddle. They have buyback on Earth Spirit too. Do they want to fully commit to try and take this fight? There's the call from Sammy. Now the Winter's Curse. Connecting out. They buy back on Ocean. He's going to TP to the tier 2. Looking for more. They have Doom available. This is where things get scary. Sammy, does he dare go up high ground? They have Vision up here. So they take that away from him, and with the ward, oh, that was a good play right there, taking the trap. They used the trap to break the Blink Axe. And that will stop the initiation.
Man, that was looking actually like another good fight for 4Zoomers for a second there, but Sammy Boy had already used his Manta to farm. You cannot fight without Manta at all and smoke in here.
Looking for an opening, a chance. Now Gunnar runs in, jumps, dunk, dead. Now looking for more, muted, he's doomed. The Axe trying to get back home, Saberlight slowing him down to the best of their abilities. They have Spirit Form back up again in a second, but he's gonna die. Ryle ends up finding that kill. Gunnar, seeing if he can play a little bit of cleanup on his Ember. What else do they have left in the tank? The slowdown is there. Another round of Sleight of Fists. The Coddle's not near enough. 4-step coming for Breck to keep alive. But Ryle again with the side blades. Able to connect, able to get the kill, and Ultra for this TA. Absolutely beautiful.
Bro, he's just a beast this game. I mean, look at this boy. He 8-0. He stomped his lane. He got counterpicked on, like absolutely massacred Gunner in lane. And now it just seems like Undying every game they have a different player who's just ruining the dreams and hopes of the enemy team. Last game was Saberlight. This game was Bryle. I don't remember what happened in the first game because my mind's still spinning around the Axe play. It was Bryle again in Boy's a Beast, but nah, this TA is just. I mean, this is a first 2 TA.
Right.
You're playing against Venomancer, Ember, Earth Spirit, who are supposed to be good versus Templar Assassin, but it doesn't feel that way. It just feels like they're just like, you know, NPCs. He just wants to farm them with Templar Assassin.
Right. Well, I'm very impressed right now. Undying proving that they indeed deserve a shot at TI. They have looked so freaking good throughout this series, and you know, Zoomers struggling. It's a tough road to ride. Are they going to be able to come and contest for this Roche? They have a feeling it's knowing every time they've just been a second or two late. There's the jump in Gunner. Remnants over to the side, but they will be able to catch him. Great stun afterwards from Moon. Catches there onto 2. Ocean, nowhere left to go, and the rest of the Zoomers have to run away. Brax trying to buy a little bit of extra space, but Saberlight right on top of him. Blinding Light pushback, and they are going to feel comfortable holding on to this high ground. Second Roche going their direction.
Yeah, and now TA, she has a cheese. They've opted to give Tomato to Aegis because he's the one who's going to hit buildings. And, you know, I talked about Blade Mill as potentially a comeback mechanic from 4Zoomers, you know. Traditionally, it's always been Axe and Darkseer. The stronger your opponents get, the stronger you do as well, which makes for good comebacks. But, you know, it's nullified by Aegis in like specifically, and I mean, you can't call Blade Mail Juggernaut twice in a fight, so it's looking a little bit more rough for Zoomers now.
Yeah, no doubt. And, you know, you have these other things that have some hypothetical good combos, you know, whether it's the Ember being the double slights or even the like double Berserker's Call that you could get close to with the Chakra Magic cooldown. But at the end of the day, when you're down 16,000 gold, like, it's feeling pretty rough. And another pause is going to come out right now. It looks like Brax is ready to go again. And they are going to go in for potentially what could be one last hurrah. I don't know. We'll see. They're underneath a ward right now, but simultaneously, Dire have vision that there's a ward there. Tomato with the DD. Mjolnir Manta. This Jug is so fat.
He is, and, you know, he's not even the most fat one in the game.
Right.
He has 4k net worth above him, but, man, Tomato, he looks strong. Dude looks strong. Brow looks strong. Very spooky.
They get a vision down. This is about the best you could hope for the Zoomers. If they can take a fight over in this area underneath their ward. But again, it's like, how do you even go on this guy?
They need Undying to split up. The problem is Undying have just been playing so solid. Right. So, like, well-measured, good fundamental Dota this entire series. I don't know if they're going to have a bad TP that really lets Zoomer have our opportunity to get back into this game. But, I mean, we've seen it in the C qualifiers. Knoxville pointed out there's a 32,000 gold comeback between, he wrote it here, but I can't read.
That's fine.
Between TNC and Boom.
That was a big one. And now, see if we find another big one. And Brax is dead. Call afterwards. Sammy tried to save him. Now he's in trouble. Silenced. Blinding Light pushback. Bryle there as well. Oh, the Winter's Curse. Oh, man. You got to be careful. Another round of the call. A chance to turn. Ah, it's not quite there. The silence came out the last second to interrupt his dunk. Oh, wow. And just like that, Sammy Boy falls again. 3, 6, and 4 on this Axe. He's had to go in over and over to try and make space, and it just has not worked out.
Yeah, you're just playing carry Axe against Winter Wyvern. It seems like a big issue.
They go in again. Undying. They can feel it. They have a sense. They have worked so hard this year, wanting to make it to TI. That's always the goal for these teams. And on the verge of making it happen, sieging this high ground, they got Daedalus for Bryle. Do any of them have buybacks? I don't even know if it really ends up mattering. as a full set of racks are gonna go down. They're gonna take this one and start heading up to the north. Say, come deal with us. Still have a minute left on this Aegis.
They sell the Aegis, they sell this cheese. Dubu's ready with his Holy Locket and level 10 talent. It looks really hard to kill the Undying heroes, but look at that discipline.
Yeah.
Even though they're one moment from getting to TI, they understand that the only percentage fight that 4Zoomers has is if they overextend. They have to like fight into 4Zoomers buybacks, of which there's only one in Ember, so maybe a little bit too cautious, but I would play it safe if I was going to go to TI as well.
True.
And just good fundamentals again. Like, how do you mess up if the enemy doesn't have any item timings left? They're not going to farm any items for the rest of this game.
Oh, and look at this. Down bottom, Saberlight so often being the guy who's done it for him. Oh, and Gunner just barely getting away. He was so ready for that one. Hoofstomp was right close. On top of where he was.
Hoofstomp's actually one of the hardest spells to dodge. I believe it's 0.3 seconds. I could be wrong. Like, Axe costs 0.4, and that one's like a lot more dodgeable compared to like Center Stomp is like 0.5. That one's easier to BKB. But, you know, Gunner, as soon as that wave's done, he knew from last game that Undying are on the hunt, and he's just out of there.
Well, 68 gold away from buyback right now on the Axe, but they just want to get involved. They got to take a fight outside their base. They need to find an opening here, and the Aegis just now expiring. Tomato has it. Moon. Dude, look at this guy. He's blocking the area where they were going to be. They get the silence. They don't want to go on this Nyx. They didn't want to find Moon. They wanted a bigger target. Zoomers, oh man, they're gonna remnant in, try and make something happen. Dumped away, no, the Doom comes out in time. What a play there. As they find the stun, and then that sets up the Doom, and now the Stomp. Buys back on Gunner, gonna jump in, tries to find the Wyvern. Okay, an opportunity here. They're kicking Brax out. They take down Gunner a second time. They kill him off. Oh, what a combo. As now the Omni Slash goes out on top of several. Ocean trying to stop the pain, but there is no stopping it. GG is gonna be called, and just like that, Undying, they're going to TI. Sure you guys
just honestly, like, an outclassing here of the teams. I think Undying, they clearly deserve to win this series. They outdrafted them, they outplayed them.